EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for November 2nd, 2020. We have a trough, very deep trough that's going to be in place over the region today. This is very easily seen here. This is a big bowl-like trough, and it's going to have very tight isobars in between here. It's going to lead to some windy conditions today. I don't think it gets quite as high as what the National Weather Service put out yesterday. They were saying some gusts of 50. I don't think we're quite that high today. I think they're a little overzealous on that, but it looks like we will have some gusts that are going to get to 40 or maybe slightly above that during the course of the morning mainly, and then we have still some windy conditions through about mid-afternoon before we start to see it diminish a little bit. We will have some very cool temperatures today, and probably the coldest high temperatures we've seen so far this fall, with temperatures in the lower 40s for many areas, up to about mid-40s further south and east. So it's going to be pretty cold today. With those winds, it's going to create a wind chill that's going to feel much more like mid to late December rather than early November. So it's going to feel a lot colder because of those winds in place. And we will have a few areas very early in the morning across the northern areas that might have a few snow showers, actually. Here's the winds today, and this is what we're generally dealing with. The highest winds that we'll see today are going to be in a corridor probably southeast of that line here. So if you're up in this part of our coverage area, not really as bad as further south and east, but you can see a lot of wind gusts here in the 40s. And this is generally the peak gust you'll see during that time frame. This is looking at actually mid-morning. And once we move forward from this point, you get to about mid-afternoon or so, which is right about here, and then you start to die down a little bit, and you get some, but still remaining breezy overnight. It's going to remain breezy through the entire overnight period. We're going to still have gusts that are going to be in the 20 to 30 range. That is going to back down a little bit, 20 to 30 instead of 30 to 40 with locally higher than that we'll have up until 3 o'clock today. So here is the snow squalls or snow showers that could be taking place across north central and northeast PA today. These are going to be hit or miss and just streaming off of Lakes Erie and Ontario. And some of these could quickly whiten the ground in some of the colder spots up here, especially in areas of elevation. This is going to be very early in the morning when this takes place, though, and most of the activity is going to be found across New York State, and then that will go away by generally mid-morning. As you see here, it's pretty much done across our region. The big story this week is going to be a warm-up that we're expecting, and it's going to be taking place after Tuesday. Once we get to Wednesday, you'll see actually late Tuesday, you'll see the trough starting to lift out, and that's going to be replaced with warmer temperatures. Starting on Wednesday, we get into the upper 50s, and then we get into the 60s from that point forward, straight through the end of the week. And not only that, but we're going to remain very very dry for this entire week. Not expecting any precipitation at all straight through the weekend. This is going through the entire 7-day period. You just have nothing but high pressure and partly to mostly sunny skies the entire time frame here. Here's what we have as far as temperatures below average that we're dealing with both today and Tuesday, and then that lifts out. Here comes the turnaround beginning on Wednesday, and then it just keeps getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So by the time we get to the weekend, some areas are actually going to hit 70 degrees further south and east across our region. And probably if you didn't get to 70, then it's early next week. It's still going to be there. I think this hangs around till about the 11th. We've had this in a long-range outlook here between the 5th and the 11th from Friday's long-range outlook. It still looks like it's still going to be a pretty good time frame there to see above-average temperatures, and it will definitely be feel like a late-season surge here, almost like an Indian summer type thing. We've definitely had frost and freeze everywhere across our entire region, so this will definitely be a return back to September, or maybe mid to late September normal temperatures rather than the mid to late December temperatures we're going to have to start the week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 2nd, 2020. Have a great Monday.